out to all that area. That shit is I ain't get over there. But we back at it. How you feeling, cool? What's going on?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. First off, that Martin Luther King holiday.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It feels good to stay home and get paid.
Shout out to the king. Anybody know that's one of my favorite historical figures.
Give you a little piece on him. Let's give him a little 10 minutes. We can do that.
Yeah, we could talk about Martin Luther King.
So when I will ask you this because Martin was always prominent in my house. There was always pictures. It wasn't Jesus Christ hanging up on my walls. It's at my grandmother's house where we had Malcolm and Martin. You know the pictures you had.
Ordered the stage towards him, they still put him in your face. Like, like books and your parents.
Oh, Malcolm or Martin?
Martin.
Martin, yes.
Because people, they like in history, they didn't like him either because of his words. But he almost like whitewashed his shit so he could get his message out. But then when they got to those 3 speeches after I Have a Dream, that's when they was like, oh shit, he's out of the matrix. He's not conforming to what we thought was the plan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But what you were saying?
You know, we have the African American calendars, and so Malcolm has always been, broadcast in front of me. You went to public school in Brooklyn and Bed-Stuy. What was your exposure to him, and when did it hit you like, this was something special? Yeah, because we young. They throw that in our face at school, and we young, and you cutting and pasting for Black History Month and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Young.
Like, when did it resonate?
Probably junior high school.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like 6th grade, right before 7th.
Okay. So about 11.
But before that, you get your holidays and you like, then they say Martin Luther King Day when you conscious to think of shit, and then you like Christopher Columbus Day, you look these people up.
Right.
So when I looked up Martin Luther King, and then the first shit that comes up, of course, is the June speech and the Selma March. But then, if you look deeper into all his shit, he got way more speeches and way more marches that he did. And I always was, me, I always was that kind of person. Like, I was passive with the aggression and the fighting and the physical shit. I was like, I feel like we could all talk shit out. I was scared or whatever it was. I just gravitated towards him. Like, look, he a leader and he not. Yeah, they doing all this throwing rocks and the fire hose and all this shit, but he's showing like,
German Shepherds.
Yeah, we walking through this shit. Like, that shit don't even harm us. That's how much we been hurt already. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn. And then you really look at it. He was young.
And not everybody, don't get it twisted. Not everybody that was marching with him felt the same way.
But it's people.
They believed in him.
Yeah.
But not everybody was with the turn the other cheek shit. You watch some of the shit that some of them marches with. Mm-hmm. We fighting back. Once it got to where it got to, it's fighting back.
Like brothers,
right? Chill, right?
We got all kind of.
Don't give them what they want. That's my
and that's why I think me and you mesh so well, because we got 2 different, systems of working.
Martin, like I said, is the first one pushed on to us, especially as kids. I think for that peaceful aspect and love everyone as they are, all are the same. We all the same, Jews, Gentiles, Protestants, and all that. I was Martin Luther King for 4th, 5th, up into 6th grade. I went to special assemblies in different schools reading. I had to have a dream speech. It meant a lot to me. Yeah. Because I understood what he was saying. When I got to 6th grade, I was in the library and I seen the autobiography of Malcolm. And I felt like
I done read that shit like 4 times, and I'm like,
I felt like I need to read this because they wasn't teaching us about him. So when I read that autobiography, I was like, I don't agree with Martin, but I respect it.
Yeah.
So
there's always 2 sides of a coin.
Yeah. And which coin would you like? You like the human head or you like the eagle one?
Because regardless of the fact, his teacher was on some Martin shit. The Honorable Muhammad and them was on some peace shit, you know what I'm saying? But you run up on this circle, it's a problem, you know what I mean? So,
handle things accordingly.
But then, like, you start growing, and when you get a piece of that where you like, all right, they don't give you everything that you are supposed to learn as minorities, as blacks, Hispanics and shit like that, then I start looking into other names, you know what I'm saying? And then you find the, like you said, Farrakhan, you find the Marcus Garveys, you find the Du Boises, you find the Che Guevara's, as much as, you find all these other people.
UEPs.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Hampton, all of them, you know what I mean?
John Lewis's.
And that shit gives you inspiration because they were all young.
We were young, babies.
They was
babies,
mid-20s.
They were babies.
You know what I mean? And they died for us to sit here on a podcast and talk shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give our opinion on shit.
Be able to express ourselves.
Yeah.
We might not have everything to what they was fighting for, but we have the right to express ourselves.
Yeah. Or give Colin Kaepernick the inspiration to do what he did, or anybody else that stands up for shit like that. You know what I mean? Because as much as people don't want to know it, it's in your face right now with everything. You know what I'm saying? But America been divided like that.
Yeah. I think the past 12 years has divided us even more. I don't think it started with Trump. You know, I've always been that way. I said it. I knew racism was real because we was outside, bro. We encountered racism young. I seen that beast. So I knew it was there, even though it was like suppressed, right? When Obama became president, all the racists came back out, and they wasn't scared. Then when Trump came in, it was like, oh, now we got one. Now our man there. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's more divided now in the years previous to the past 12. But Martin was needed. And as I look back, because, you know, I was young with the whole Malcolm thing. I was a rebel. I still am a rebel. Mm-hmm. At the age I am now, I still have that here. It still thrives. So when I got a little older, I'm looking at Martin, I'm like, yo, I couldn't do that.
Yeah, because I would handle this point right here, right?
I couldn't do it. What I always say, they done hung me, bro.
Yeah, because with people like that try to portray a certain image, you know what I mean, in public or in front of people, it affects your inner circle, your inner being, because then you suppress your shit on those people.
Right. Because
we know he wasn't perfect to his wife. You know what I'm saying? We know he probably wasn't perfect to his kids. We know certain shit. We know everything about him now. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that at times because I don't take my anger out on the world no more. I take it out on, per se, my girl or my inside my family. You know what I'm saying? And
take it out on the podcast.
Yeah,
that's what I do now. I take all my emotions I walk away from arguments and all that.
That should make me think about everybody that get cut short. And I don't mean as in people that's in the light. I mean people like
that die.
And kids in Chicago that's getting killed at 16 and 17. You know what I'm saying? Kids in Brooklyn that decide that I can't do nothing. My moms can't do nothing for me, so I gotta go hit them streets early. You know what I'm saying?
I've been there.
That shit deters us from being who we supposed to be. I think it was supposed to be a way more lot of people that's in positions that are not in positions right now. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna go into
that's the way the system is formed.
With Mark Pitts getting
that's the way the system is formed as well.
Yeah,
and that's what Martin was fighting against back
when you
then.
When you come to learn and you be like, damn, I'm not just attracted to gold for no reason. My ancestors that was royalty, that's what they wore.
Yeah.
And not because it was like a promotional thing or a stunting thing. It was to tell you who that person was. You know what I mean? Like, that's royalty. You can't fuck with that person.
It's status.
Yeah, it's status, you know? So,
It's
Yeah,
class.
man, all that shit.
Not class like, oh, he got class, but like social class.
All that shit make you think. It make me think about myself. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
who am I really supposed to be? You know what I'm saying? And hopefully this blaze that we trailing right now, this trailblaze that we doing right now, I hope it pushes both of us to something that we really want to do. You know what I'm saying? Whether individually or still together, further ventures. You know what I mean? Like we was just talking off camera. Like we both stressing right now. You know what I'm saying? Of how to make this better, how to make everything better.
How
you know
to
what I'm
bring
saying?
the ideas that we have to
Yeah,
fruition.
because good ain't enough. It gotta be great. You know what I'm saying? And like Martin Luther King said, if I can't do something great, I could do little things great. You know what I mean? So shout out to Martin Luther King. Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Mac Miller, his birthday today.
Capture.
The GOAT right there, man. He might be
We
he
all
might
GOAT.
be the greatest, like
All caps are
But-
goats.
but-
I just gotta explain. I don't know what happened to you in your personal life. If you got something against a cap, but if you got a cap in your life and a real right cap, you got someone that's gonna stand by your side, whether you right or wrong, for your entire life until you do something wrong to that said person.